on today and do a quick fabric haul. I went to the fabric store today and got some pieces of fabric. I went to Discount Fabric in Clawson and also Haberman Fabric in Clawson. Just picked up a few items, but before I go through that, let me show you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing this hoodie tunic that I made from this pattern, this New Look pattern, 6529, and let me stand up, I'm in frame. It has a pocket, little slit on the side. You might not be able to see that. This is a size medium, I think, and I got this fabric from the Discount Fabric, is it Warehouse? Discount Fabric store in Clawson, Michigan. I actually made this earlier this year, and yeah, this fabric is super soft. I think it's like a rayon knit, cotton knit, or whatever you want to call it. They don't actually have like the type of fabric. When you buy it, they don't have like the type of fabric on there. You just kind of like feel it to kind of know what you're getting. So yeah, but it feels really soft, so I think it's like a rayon knit. Alright, let's get started with what I got today. First I got this knit. It's really soft too. I've been eyeing this knit for quite some time. By the way, this fabric store actually closed a few months back because the owners had decided that they wanted to retire. I guess maybe within a couple weeks or a month or two later, they were sending out notifications that they had decided to that they wanted to open their store back up. So they actually have been open for maybe a month now, maybe 2 months. I'm not sure exactly the date that they reopened. But yeah, they're so funny. They're an older couple. So funny. Anyways, I went there. Like I said, I had eyeing this. Probably make some tunics. My famous tunic that was very popular and I made a lot of this past spring, summer. The short sleeve with the cap. The kind of like it's kind of a t-shirt dress. It has some ruffles or some gathers up front, and then I make it with like these cap sleeves. That's what I was wearing like almost all summer. I was like just constantly wearing those. I made about maybe 4 or 5 this past spring, summer, and I just had them in constant rotation. So even though the summer is over, I'll probably still make another one of these because I'll still likely wear it throughout the fall, winter, because I'm hot a lot with my hot flashes. So I'll either make that with this or maybe another one of these hoodies. So, because actually when I'm out running, like working, these are really comfortable too. So, got that. I think I got 3 yards of that. Then I got this pretty fabric. I got 2 yards of this, and when I saw it on this side, on the wrong side, and I was thinking, ooh, I want to make a jumper with this. So this side is really pretty, but it's super bright. So I'm gonna likely make this jumper on the wrong side. And the jumper that I want to make, I can't find the pattern. I looked for it before I came on, and I try and be organized, but despite my best efforts, sometimes I just can't find certain things. So yeah, it's a jumper that I'll most likely, that's what I made this, or that's what I bought this for, to make that jumper. And I think it doesn't take that much fabric, so maybe 2 yards, and then I'll probably do the facing or in the straps. Well, maybe not the straps, but the facing I'll probably do in a different fabric. So yeah, or maybe actually I'll probably do the facing on the right side of the fabric. So this is another knit. Oh yeah, by the way, this is it's a cotton, I think. It kind of feels linen, like a linen. So yeah, I think it's a linen. This is another knit. As you can see, I really love stripes, as I said before. So this is an olive green and white stripe that I'll probably make one of these in, and maybe sleeves for another shirt that I made for Tim. Actually, I made two. It's this Simplicity Mimi G pattern. I made him VUC, and I made it in a navy blue on the body, and then the sleeves were a gray and white stripe, and also the neckband I put the gray and white stripe. So, and it looks really nice on him. So I haven't decided exactly if I'll use the body out of this to make something, like if I have something left over, or the actual body to make another shirt for him. It doesn't have much stretch though, actually. So yeah, I'm sure I'll make either one of these or the other Simplicity 2934 pattern, I think it is. So that's all I got from Discount Fabric Outlet. So not that much. And then I went up the street to Haberman. They're literally like less than a mile away from each other on the same street. I saw this corduroy. It's like a corduroy embroidery. It is so pretty. Love it. So look at that detailed embroidery on there. Can you see that? So yeah, like I said, this is a corduroy, and I'm gonna make another jumpsuit out of this for sure. And then I was trying to think what fabric I wanted to use to line it. I'm not sure yet. So, but yeah. And that was this was just 1.25 yards actually. And then I got this olive green. It's just plain olive green. I was thinking about putting it with this, like to have maybe the body the stripe, and then the sleeves the plain olive green. It's a knit, by the way, like a really soft knit. Or if I'll go with, I actually had another piece of fabric that I was debating on getting from Haberman. It was like a gray and white stripe, but the stripes are really thin, and it looked really nice up against this or next to this. It wasn't a knit though, so I don't know what other color. I mean, I could go with a plain white with this to make Tim another shirt out of that pattern. Maybe like a white on the body, and then a green and white sleeves and neckband, or something like that, some type of combination like that. So we'll see. I'll play around with it and see what I come up with. So that was it. So that was a quick fabric haul. I wanted to, like I said in my last video, I wanted to come on each time I buy fabric so that I actually remember where I got the fabric from and what I actually bought. I mean, I try and keep track, like I'm always looking at my fabric, looking through my fabric stash to see what I have. And then since I just recently did a video on my fabric stash, I have a better idea of what I have and trying to use it up. So I've actually been really good at using up the fabric in my stash. So since I've been using up fabric in my stash, I kind of have to replenish it, you know what I mean? Okay, so now that I've done that, I just want to quickly show you some of the things that I've made so far this fall. So, to use up my stash, by the way, this is one item that I made recently. And this, I think I was talking about this in another video. It has pockets. This is the Simplicity pattern 1080, and I made view. Is that A? I think I made that view, which is like I guess it's considered a dress, but I kind of consider it a tunic. So I had bought this pattern early in my sewing career, and I really loved it. I really liked a lot of the pictures that I saw on Pinterest, and I was like, I have to make it. So I made it. I made several of these when I first got it, because that's what I do when I like a pattern. I make a lot of them because I like them. So and they're easy to wear, and it's a woven pattern, and so I cut it. When I originally cut it, I think I cut a medium, and I don't know. I know I modified. I know I did modify the pattern a little bit, but I can't remember what I did originally. But anyways, it's like kind of like the length was off and then the fit was a little off, and so I think I tried to modify it, or I think I just did a larger size so that it was big enough on my hips, but then it was kind of like too big on the top. So now that I know how to grade out a pattern, I think I traced the pattern to be a small at the top and a medium at the bottom. That's what I did. And now I need to make another adjustment because I forgot when I first made this that the back is really low, and I don't really like that. I mean, it's almost the same as the front. Well, actually, the front is a little lower than the back, but I don't like the dip in the back to be so deep. So I'm gonna maybe raise it up a little bit. And it has pockets, and it has little pleats with the tie to put the tie on, and then you just tie it around the back. And then it has bias tape around the neck band and the armholes. And then I also did a French seam on the shoulder seams. And then I did a contrast on the hem, and just like a denim material. So I really like these, so I'm planning to make a few more with using the fabric that I have in my stash. I know I have a cotton, actually it's a seersucker in a white and blue stripe. So I think I'm going to make another one out of that material, that fabric. I think I have something else that I was thinking I can make another one out of this too. I can't think right now. So yeah, I made that. I made this tunic. Out of the pattern, this McCall's pattern 7360. And I made view D. And I really love the way this came out. Although I thought the collar was going to be kind of like stand up. If you can see that, I thought it was going to be one of those collars that kind of sit up, but it actually lays down, and it's a little snug the way it fits around the neck. So, but I really like it. I like the way it turned out. I got this fabric from the Discount Fabric Outlet in Clawson. Has pockets on each side. I just bought this fabric not too long ago. So, and I think I might have just a little bit left. So yeah, love that. Then I made 3 of these jumpsuits that I can't find the pattern. It's a McCall's pattern. I'll find it and insert it somewhere. But I made 3 so far. Oh. I made it out of this. It kind of feels like a wool, but it's really soft. It's actually, I think it was acrylic. I think I got this fabric from Joann. Maybe last winter actually. And it has a front pocket, and I made this pocket out of the same material, and then I made this contrasting pocket, and that's what it looks like on the back. I think next time when I make this, I think I'm going to make the pockets on the back. I think I'm going to, instead of putting these pockets in front, I think I'm going to put them in the back. And I don't know if I'm going to use this pattern or I'm going to use another one. I saw this pattern that this other YouTuber used to make a jumper, and it's a Tillian button pattern, and I've never used her patterns, but I think I might get that one and just try another variation of this. Oh shoot, this fabric is coming loose. Dang it. So yeah, I think I'm going to make it out of, I think I'm going to make that black, use that black corduroy fabric that I got today and make that Tillian button jumpsuit out of that. But I'm not sure yet. And then I think her pattern has the pockets on the back. So, and then I made this one. Oh yeah, I used the facing. I used a different facing for that one too. I love playing around with different facings now. So I used that fabric for the facing also, and I just serged around. And then another thing I think I'm going to do next time, I make either this one or this pattern or the Tillian button pattern. I'm going to put like a bias tape around that. I saw that YouTuber do that too. Now I can't remember her name. I just started watching her. But I like her videos. And then I made this one out of some fabric that I had from I don't know where I got this fabric from. I think I ordered it because I was looking for, I think I was looking for this gingham fabric a year or two ago, and I think I ordered it online thinking it was the fabric that I needed, and it wasn't. And then I used this fabric for the lining, and I interfaced or put some witchery or whatever you call it to keep the facing down in the inside. And I did it all the way around for the whole facing. And this one, Tim was telling me I should have used a different fabric for the pockets for this one. And it would have been cute, but I think I was already done. So that would have been cute to have maybe this fabric, have a pocket out of this fabric. And then I made this one. This is my first one, trying just to try the pattern out. And I've had this fabric for years. Not really years, maybe 2. But this is what that looks like. And this is, I think it's more like a twill fabric. I got this from Joanne, and it's more like an upholstery fabric, I think, but it's soft. It's soft enough to wear like something like this, or make something like this out of. And I didn't even finish the seam on this one, or the hem. And then this one, this pattern has, I didn't like the way this came out because I didn't match up my stripes. But I don't know why the pattern had you cut the seam, have a seam in the front and the back. Like it has a seam in the back too. So for these other 2 that I did, I eliminated that seam and I just cut it on the fold. And then I had to kind of adjust it so that it fits the lining, because the lining of course didn't have like a middle seam. It just had the seam, the front, like a front facing and the back facing. It didn't have you like stitch them in the middle or stitch them together. So that's what I did with these other 2, because you don't see like a break in the fabric. And I much preferred that. So yes, that's what I'm going to do with that black corduroy, and I'm so excited about that. And then I made this tunic. It's the same tunic that I'm wearing, and I made it out of this new look pattern, like I said. So it's a hoodie tunic, and I bought this salmon colored fabric. I had it in my stash. I've had it for a while. I bought it to make a cardigan for my aunt, and I had some left over, so I made this. I just made another one out of this fabric in my stash, and I bought this from the discount. I bought that salmon colored fabric from the discount fabric outlet, and I also bought this from the discount fabric outlet, and I've had it for a while. I've had this fabric for a while, and I was just trying to decide what I wanted to do with it. Once again, stripes. This one, it's actually really thin. It's a thin, actually that salmon color is a thin fabric too, a thin knit, and this one is really thin too. It's like you can literally see through it. And but I like that. So even if I just wore it this fall, summer by itself, and just put like a jacket over, if it's too cold, or I can put like a tank top or something underneath to wear it. So I didn't let that stop me just because it was thin, and I still just need to hem the sleeves and the bottom. So I'm going to work on that. Okay, there. I need to hem it. So I'm going to do that today. And what else? I made Tim, like I said, this tunic with some fabric in my stash, in the blue body and the gray and white striped sleeves. And then I also made him this one. fabric in my stash. This fabric I bought, where did I buy this fabric? I bought this fabric from Haberman. It was just a little swatch, and I made actually a dress. I made a sleeveless dress, and I never did finish it because it had bias tape around the neckline. It wasn't supposed to be like that, I don't think. I'm not sure how the neckline was supposed to be finished, and I think it was supposed to be a woven fabric for that pattern also. But yeah, I just never finished it, and so I just cut up the sleeves out of it because I still had it, and it was just enough to cut out the sleeves. And then I just used this fabric that I had. I think I bought it from Discount Fabric Outlet, and I had it in my stash. So he hasn't actually seen it yet, and I actually made it for him. I'm going to surprise him. He gets back from out of town. He's been in Houston all week. He gets back tonight, and I wanted to surprise him with this. I think that's it. Alright, bye!